A squeeze page is a great way to collect leads for your business. So in this video, I'm going to show you what a squeeze page is and how you can build one. And then at the end, I will show you how to optimize your squeeze page to increase your conversion rates. Okay, first, what is a squeeze page? A squeeze page is a type of landing page that is focused on converting visitors into leads, usually by collecting their email address. Squeeze pages can be fairly short, or you can make them as long as a full-blown sales page. It kind of depends on your industry and what you're using the squeeze page for. The idea behind a squeeze page is the same as every other landing page. You're giving visitors something of value called a lead magnet in exchange for their contact information. Okay, let's dive into building a squeeze page from scratch. So if we hop over here, this is my sales funnel builder. I use ClickFunnels. So I'm going to add a new step, demo, squeeze page. And then I'm going to find the blank template so I can start from scratch for you. Select template. And then we'll hop inside the actual funnel builder. Okay, so the first thing I want to go over is how the funnel builder breaks everything down. So up here you see sections, rows, columns, and elements. Those are the basic building blocks of most sales funnel builders. That's how ClickFunnels set it up originally, and then every other sales funnel builder after that has kind of gone with that same framework. So a section is going to be this green area. It's the biggest part you can build with. A lot of times that will be the full width of the page. So then inside of sections these are your rows. So green is sections, blue is rows, and your rows are where you can divide things up into columns. So if I click this blue plus sign, that's going to let me add a new row, and then I can choose a certain number of columns if I want to inside of this row. So I'll do 2 columns. And then inside of your rows are elements. So elements are going to be things like your headline, your subhead, bullets, images, videos. All of those are elements that go inside of your rows. And that's really the overall setup of all of the sales funnel builders. They have just different small differences, but overall they function pretty much like that. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding things into this squeeze page. So in this top row, I'm going to add a progress bar. And then so with every element, if we go here to settings, or you can just double click on it, your settings bar pops out. You can change things like the color, what it says in there, the theme. So I like the animated stripes. For this particular element, I can change how wide the progress bar is and things like that. I'm actually going to delete this top part. So inside of your landing page, you're going to want an image of some kind of what your lead magnet is. It helps if it's an image of it on like a mock-up of a physical book. For whatever reasons in our brains, we value physical things more. So if you have an image, even if it's just a PDF, but you have an image of it as a book, people will value it more and be more likely to opt in. So I'm going to go add new element and then add an image and go to settings here, and I will go find the image I want. Let's do this one, add image. So there's the image of my lead magnet. And then on this side, I'm going to add a subhead, a headline, another subheadline, and I will just copy those in real quick. Okay, I copied in the headline, subheadline, pre-headline, all of that stuff. Let's actually make this a little smaller. So in the settings for anything with text, so I come up here and click settings, you can change the font size. So I changed that just to make it only 2 lines. You can do that for all of these, and you can change what size it is on mobile. So you have your headline. You're also going to need a form for people to put their information in and a button to submit the page. So we'll add those in right now. So I will copy that because I want 2 of them. And I will add a button. So I'm going to go into the settings for this first one, and I'm going to click first name. I'm going to make it required. And the second one will be the email. Go. So back to the first one, I'm going to change the text that's in the box to just say your first name here. And then for the button, I'm going to add my call to action in the button itself. So if I go to the settings in the call to action, right here it says button text. I'm just going to paste my call to action and then make the font bigger. I want my button to be big and catch people's attention. And then right here in the settings, you can click set action and it will I will click submit form. So when someone comes to this page, they put their name in, they put their email in, they click the button, it submits the form, and now they're a lead. Now that is the basic moving parts of building a squeeze page inside of ClickFunnels. What you can do if you want to, you can even go through and add like another section underneath. So if we add a full width section, you can add stuff in here to add more text to make it more like a sales page to get people to opt in. So we can add a paragraph under there, and you can write in more text underneath there to make it a longer squeeze page. But this is the basics. Now, one last thing I want to show you how to do before we are done building this is how to make sure it's mobile friendly. The majority of people on the internet now are on their phones, so you want to make sure your squeeze page looks good on phones. So we go up here, you see that's your desktop and this is your mobile. So if you click mobile, this is approximately what it's going to look like on someone's phone. Now you notice on desktop, whatever is on the left of a column, like the left column will be first and the right column will be second. So that's first, this is second. Now, I want my headlines to be higher on mobile. So in order to do that, we gotta get creative. So I'm gonna I'm gonna make a copy of this, put it above, and then go to the settings. Down here, you see all mobile only desktop. I'm gonna click desktop only. So this prehead is now desktop only. And this prehead, if I go to settings, I can make it mobile only. So it only shows up when someone sees it for mobile. And I'm going to do that with the other 2. So then now that I have all of those set to mobile only, I can come over here and change the mobile size on my headline to make it look better. So there's my mobile one. And then on this button, I want to come down to mobile size. On my buttons, I just prefer it to be only 2 lines so it's not too bulky, but that's kind of just a preference. So there's my mobile version. There's my desktop version. Real quick, before I get into how you can go through and optimize your squeeze page for the highest conversion rates, really quick, hop down, like this video if you're getting any value out of it, and then do yourself a favor, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you can get updates every time new videos come out. How to optimize your squeeze page. The best way to optimize your squeeze page or any page in a sales funnel is with split testing. Split testing is where you make 2 versions of the same page and change one element in there. Normally when you start, it's the headline because that's what sells the reader on going through the rest of your page. And then you're able to send traffic and split it between the 2 pages and see which one converts better. Split testing is the only real way to get data to show what changes you're making are actually working. But a key part of that is only testing one thing at a time. So you know for sure, hey, this headline change is increasing conversions. Does that make sense? So a few things I would suggest split testing, and kind of the first ones you would want to split test. Very first thing is your headline. Like I said earlier, the headline is one of the most important parts of your page. It's the first thing people are going to see when your page loads. And if they read it and it doesn't sell them on reading the rest of your page, they're going to bounce and you're just going to have a terrible opt-in rate. So testing your headline is one of the most important things you can do, and probably something you will continue doing every once in a while as long as you have that squeeze page. The next thing you want to test on your squeeze page is your images. So this can be fairly easy with a lead magnet because you can just change the cover of the image, but test what it looks like, where it is on the page, and things like that to see for your industry what works best. I know for mine, when I test things, having the image on the left, wording on the right, that's what's worked best. You can also test the length of your squeeze page. So whether you want to put extra text underneath the form to kind of give people a better idea of what value they're going to get from your lead magnet or why they would want it in the first place, that might work. That might improve your conversion rates. It may drop it. That's just something you want to test. Lastly, test your call to action. So I put my call to action in the button that's underneath the form. Change that up. See if using a different color, making it bigger, making it have some animation, which of those improves your conversion rates. All of those are going to be different from industry to industry, but they're things you're going to want to test. That's it. That's everything I got for you. Now you know what a squeeze page is, how to build your squeeze page, and what things you want to optimize to improve your conversion rates on your squeeze page. Real quick, if you want to get your sales funnel up and running faster, hop down in the description and I will have a link to my sales funnel checklist so you can grab a copy of that. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.